Okay guys, today I'm gonna review my Reeve large Sebenza 21 with Micarta inlays. Here's the knife itself and a little cloth it came with. Here's the little box it came in. And you get a sticker which I put on my safe, birth certificate, large Sebenza 21 Micarta S35 stainless steel, titanium with black canvas Micarta. And this knife was born on July 12th, 2012. And then you get your guarantee information, which is pretty regular guarantee, registration and caution and all that yada yada yada. And you get your Allen key for your knife so you can adjust the pivot. But Reeves are perfect. So here's the knife itself. Very beautiful knife. Extremely smooth. This is a model I was really wanting. I've wanted a Sebenza for many years now, but I wanted this specific model. I wanted a large Sebenza to begin with, and I wanted one with Micarta inlays, because first of all, this is a good user, and in Reeve states this as his user Sebenza. It has great grip and has a nice stone wash instead of a polished blade. And this will be a user for me, and I have used it and it works wonderful, as you would expect. But I also want this model because this one does not have the blued hardware. You can see the thumb stud and the pivot area around here is all normal stainless. I don't like the blued one because when you open and close a knife, many times you are touching the thumb stud naturally, and I've seen videos where it has rubbed off, so I don't like it at all. I just think it makes an expensive knife look cheap, so I don't like that at all. And you get this lanyard, as all Sebenzas come with, but to me it's not functional, because, let me lift you guys up a little bit. I can get a good grip without needing to have the lanyard, but if you have a small one, a small Sebenza, it's very purposeful, but I think it looks nice. Some people don't like the lanyard on the knives, but I think it looks okay. Very nice blade style, very versatile, and I have used it and it is just ridiculously sharp. On the Sebenza you have a rounded spine, so it is very comfortable to rest your thumb up here. Get a good grip with this one, so this is a good user. The Micarta has some black and white in it and almost look like a snow camouflage, as they call it. It has a good grip to it. Lockup is perfect. I mean, it is a Sebenza. Just look how smooth that is. And absolutely no blade play at all. The Sebenza is made with such tight tolerances. That's what you pay for with these knives. It's the fit finish and the details. It's semi-custom, it's considered in the knife community, and I would totally agree. Because you can tighten this one down, the pivot area, as hard as you can with the Allen key, which is included, as I showed you. You can tighten it as hard as you possibly can, and it will still be buttery smooth, but with no blade play at all. It has a very good detent, as you can see right here. There we go. So there's no way this is gonna shake open, but it don't have to be a 400 plus knife to do that, or to prevent that. Have a nice pocket clip, which I've tried, and it's a real smart way I've done this, because it's a very smooth transaction underneath, and it's kind of going up. But with some knives I've held which have that design, it's very uncomfortable and it digs into your hand. You know, when you open it, maybe do a little bit cutting, it digs in, but this is perfectly fine. It's a pretty small pocket clip, but it's just a perfect clip. Lock up, unnecessary to speak about, just awesome. And I have not tried a Strider SMG, so for the big debate about getting a Strider or a Sebenza. I cannot tell you what I would have gone for, but pretty much everybody says go with a Sebenza. I can understand why. And this will not be my last Sebenza. I'm gonna get a small Sebenza with probably wooden lay, and I'm gonna get a Zan and maybe a M90. But I'm not gonna be a huge collector of Chris Reeve because they are expensive. So yeah, beautiful knife. And as I said, this one will be a user. I wouldn't probably not have used it if it had been Damascus blade and plain titanium, because I would be afraid to scratch it up. But since this one has the Micarta, great grip, stonewash blade, no problem at all using this one. It is a user, which all Sebenzas are, but you may tend to baby them, which is up to you. But I'm not gonna abuse it. And I want to keep the handles, the titanium on the handles, the little that is exposed because my card covers most of it. I want to try to not keep the titanium on the handle getting too bad scratched up. The blade, you won't see the scratches too good at that since it is a stonewash, but I won't abuse it, but I will use it. And I do recommend, if you're really into knives, I've been into knives for 4 or 5 years, but not like I am now. Now I'm just loving them. And I definitely recommend to try it at least once. You don't have to buy an expensive one. You can just buy a regular, after the model regular, but for example a Sebenza small with no inserts. Those go for around $330. I know it's still quite expensive, but that's probably the cheapest Sebenza you're gonna find. And if you like that, you can maybe upgrade to a large with inserts or whatever you want. But I do recommend trying it if you're into knives. This is not a knife for just the regular guy. You have to love knives, because as Collie Lover said in his review, it gets maybe too much hype on the forums and on Newgram. There's the site about it, by the way. YouTube, that people are like, you have to buy one. And when you get one, you get kind of disappointed, and it's just a knife. But it's, to me, a work of art, because it is so, just everything you want in a knife, this one has, in my opinion. This is my new favorite knife, and I am very harsh with my knives in the way that it's pretty difficult to become my favorite knife, because many knives I have are like users, and I wouldn't want to sell them or anything, but I don't care if they get a scratch or two. But I do have some favorites, and this one totally knocks them all out. It's just an amazing knife. You got some jimping on the back. It locks in. Around the spine, as I said, very comfortable, single thumb stud. Yeah, so if you're into knives, I definitely think you should try one. It's definitely worth it. So, that's my review of the Chris Reeve Large Sebenza 21 with Micarta inlays. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.